Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a long time. It's been a super long time. It's been like a month, but in my mind, I feel like it's been 6 months because so much has happened since the last time I talked to you guys, and we're gonna talk about that today as I do my makeup. I've already done my eyebrows because I don't know how some people can do their eyebrows and talk at the same time. Like, that just doesn't work. Have my water here. Where do I start? Life has been, I've been busy. Like, real life has been happening to me, and I'm just like, okay, YouTube just had to wait, honestly. I've been working. The flights have been picking up a lot. So whether I'm on call first or do not call ever, they still call. And I feel like I'm the only one on the list because I'm always getting called no matter how many people are ahead of me. So yeah, that's been happening. Work, life, commuting, coming home to run errands, being a cat mom, looking good while dealing with life. Like, all of these things led to me not being able to record videos. Like, I was like, YouTube just gonna have to wait because I'm tired. I'm exhausted. So that's really what was going on. But I'm happy to say that your girl moved out of Atlanta. And I'm now a Dallas girl. I finally moved to Dallas. So that's what has been going on, y'all. I moved from Atlanta to Dallas. That was a big girl move, and I didn't realize that as I was doing it until I actually did it. And then I was like, whoa, I'm in Texas. Like, I crossed state lines. There's no more Atlanta. Like, it didn't dawn on me that I was doing such a big move until it actually happened, and I was like, whoa, this is a lot. And it truly didn't dawn on me until once I got to Texas, and I was like, I need a new hairstylist. I need a new nail tech. I need a new lash tech. That's when it hit me. I have to find a new healthcare provider. I need a new dentist. Like, I didn't think about these things before I moved. So I'm sitting here like, oh my God, like, where am I gonna get my nails done? That's when it hit me that I just moved far away. That's when it hit me, y'all. Not when I got the keys, not when I moved my stuff in, not when I moved Pepper all the way to Dallas. It was when I needed to get things done and I was like, I don't know where to go. That's when it hit me that I moved to a whole nother state. But so yeah, that took some adjusting, and I'm still adjusting, but I felt like, okay, it's been a month, like, you need to get back to YouTube, because like, I'm still adjusting and adapting to living in a new area, which I love Dallas. I have no complaints. Like, I absolutely love it here. But moving just takes adjusting to, and, finding new places to go out to eat and making new friends and all that. So it's still a process. However, like, I'm getting back into the swing of things of like having a schedule and talking to you all and updating you guys about work life and things like that. But I wanted to make this video to just kind of talk to you guys about like why I wanted to move from Atlanta. And if you're new to my channel, or you simply just seen the title and you're like, ooh, please give me a reason or a sign as to why I need to move, we're gonna talk about that today, because I think it's very important that if these signs resonate with you, then you need to move, because we only have one life to live, and the pandemic has definitely taught us that. So You need to live it. If you don't want to be in that whack area that you're in, or you're really tired of it, you need to move. Like, you need to move. And it doesn't have to be to a whole nother state. It can simply be to another city in your state. You don't have to be dramatic like I did and move to a whole nother state. But trust me, I was over it. I was over Atlanta. Like, I don't recommend. I recommend Atlanta if you never been to Atlanta, I guess. But for myself, no, I'm good. I'm good off Atlanta. Anyways, reasons why I wanted to move from Atlanta is, let me just start off by saying that, I don't know if I said this in other videos or I've said this before. I feel like I have, but I'm just gonna mention it, that I am a military brat. And if you don't know what military brat means, because I feel like a lot of people don't. Recently, I've been telling people I'm a military brat, like new people that I meet, and they're like, oh, so how long were you in the military? And I'm like, what? I've never been in the military. Like, well, why? Girl, where did that come from? That's not what military brat means. So military brat means that your parent or legal guardian was or is in the military, and you traveled wherever they were based. In my case, my dad was in the Navy and we moved around every 3 years. So what I'm trying to say is, based on the way that I grew up moving around, it is natural for me to want to move after 3 years. I moved to Atlanta in 2018, and even in 2018, I was always saying, like, I want to move to Texas. Where did that come from? I don't, honestly, I never heard any bad things about Texas besides that it gets really humid. Every time I would ask someone about Texas, they would be like, I love it there. It's way better than Atlanta. It's way better than Georgia. It's way better than you get what I'm saying? Like, no one ever said, like, no, don't go to Texas. Like, no one ever said that. So I was just like, oh my God, I want to go to Texas. But that was in 2018. And I was just like, you know, one day I just moved to Atlanta. Let me enjoy Atlanta as an adult, because I've been to growing up, most of my family lives in Atlanta, so I'm already used to Atlanta. It wasn't like I've never been to Atlanta, or, you know, if that makes sense. So I was just like, but I've never lived in Atlanta as an adult. I'm gonna experience this, and then after, you know, 3 years, then I'll move. That was in 2018. So 2018 happened, 2019, 2020, I was like, okay, I'm about ready to go. It's been 3 years. My time is up. It's time to go. And I was supposed to start my flight attendant job, and then boom, the pandemic happened. That stopped all that. Okay, so the flight attendant job was on pause. It was a pandemic. Everything was shut down, so obviously I couldn't go anywhere. Moving was not an option. I was just like, okay, Dallas, Texas, Houston, all of Texas. Moving is out of the question right now because it's a pandemic. I don't know what's about to happen, you know? But during 2020, I was just in the mindset of just planting seeds and just being in a space where I can actually sit and think about how I want my life to be coming out of the pandemic. Like, what do I see for myself? What do I see myself doing? Where do I see myself at? Where am I working? And I was like, obviously I'm gonna be a flight attendant, like, and I want to move to Texas. Now, I didn't know where I wanted to move in Texas, but I was like, I know I'm not gonna be in Atlanta. That's what I do know. And that's on God. I'm not gonna be in Atlanta. So that's one thing for sure, and two things for certain. Georgia is done. We're retired. I'm retired, Georgia, for real. There's nothing wrong with living in Atlanta, okay? There's nothing wrong with living in Atlanta, but for me, it was time to go. Like, I was over it. Like, I've literally done everything. I've been to all the clubs, you know, like Oak, Red Martini, Whiskey Mistress. Whiskey Blue, 1145 OPM. Like, I've been to all the, you know, nice restaurants. I've been to the hookah lounges. I've been everywhere. Like, there's nothing that you could say you could put me onto in Atlanta. Like, done it, did it. Like there was nothing exciting anymore. So I was just like, it's time to go. I don't want to be here. So that was like number one, just being, there was nothing exciting there. I've honestly tried everything, so I was just ready to go. Then on top of that, my friend group at the time that I was friends with, I just felt like we just kind of weren't on the same page. There was a time in my life where I was like super into buying clothes and, you know, just on a materialistic vibe, just gotta have this, gotta have that, you know, just looking good, not wearing outfits twice like I'm a celebrity or something. Like, that was the young me. That was BC, before Corona, okay? Old. You know, just thinking that you're all that and just trying to keep up with society and Instagram and all those things. So that was in the past. However, the friend group that I was with were kind of like still in that mindset of like, gotta keep up, gotta look relevant, gotta be in the club and X, Y, and Z. And it was just like, wow, like, I don't feel that way anymore. So, you know, I'm kind of into other things like saving money and making smart decisions and thinking about my future. You know, that's what I was like more so into. And I was just like, I don't want to sit up in the club anymore. Like, you know, every now and then, maybe. Honestly, not even every now and then. Like, I have played out the club, but that's just me. The friend group that I was around, we weren't on the same level. Like, we didn't have the same goals. We kind of weren't on the same, we weren't on the same page. Like, simple, we weren't on the same page anymore. And I was just like, ugh, like, you kind of annoying and childish, and I want new friends. Okay, boom. So I'm like, let me get new friends. I will go out, go to different places, meet new people, right? Right, meet new people, and I'm like, yes. And they're like, yeah, come out with us, come do this, come do this. And I'm like, okay, cool. Y'all, why when I go out, I'm running into the other people that I was trying to get away from? Like, somehow they all know each other. Like, it'll be one person that knows all these people from the other friend group, and they're like, oh, I didn't know you know them. Oh, well, now we can all hang out. And I'm like, no, I didn't want to hang out with them. I don't want to hang out with them no more. I want to hang out with y'all. But y'all want to hang out with them, so now we all have to hang out, and that's not what I was trying to do. So that kept happening. Like, when I tell y'all it happened like maybe like 2 or 3 times, I was just like, after the 3rd time, I was like, you know what? I need to go. It's me. I need to go. Because if I keep seeing these same people that I don't care for, I'm going to lose my mind. Like, that's how I felt. I was just like, I'm tired of seeing you. And it's not like I don't, you know, despise anybody. It was nothing like that. It's just like, I want to be around like-minded individuals all the time, not sometimes, or not, you know, because when you're around like-minded individuals, you have some of the same conversations, the same ideals, the same mindsets, you know, you're leveling up each other, versus when you have these low vibrational, trying to keep up with the Joneses people. Like, they just their energy rubs off on you. It's just not a vibe. It's just like, like, I don't really want those people around. So ultimately I was just like, okay, it's time to move. I need to move. Fast forward. Also, side note, in the news, it was just so much going on. Every time there was crime or something crazy going on, it would be Atlanta. Like, the looting at Phipps, you know, so many shootings were happening in Lenox and on the street and all types of stuff. I was just like, people would call me from, my friends from other states would call me and be like, are you alive? Are you okay? Did you see what happened in Atlanta? I know you live out there, so I was just checking on you and making sure. I'm like, yo, like, I'm fine, but obviously everybody and their mama is worried about me and my safety in Atlanta because it's just getting so reckless. And it's not the people in Atlanta, it's people who are not from Atlanta that have been coming to Atlanta because Atlanta is open. So they've been coming down here being monkey and causing a ruckus, and that's why it's been getting so crazy in Atlanta, okay? It is not people from Atlanta just acting crazy, like. So let's get that story straight. But anyways, back to the main story. So I was like, it's time to go. I'm tired of being here. Like, I need a change of scenery to, you know, make me feel better. Like, I just felt like I was falling into a routine. Like, you know, like SpongeBob when or is that Squidward? It was Squidward where he just wakes up, go to work, wake up, go to work, wake up, go to work. That's how I was feeling. I was just like, ugh, I'm tired of this. I need to see something different. So that was in 2020 how I was feeling. I was just like, okay, as soon as this pandemic is over and I start to be a flight attendant, bye, I'm leaving. What was it? 2021, that's when I started flight attendant training, finished flight attendant training, and got based for Denver. And I was just like, I'm not gonna, obviously I didn't like commuting, and I was just like, I'm gonna move to Dallas. I'm gonna move to Dallas, so it'll be a closer commute, and you know, hopefully by the grace of God, they will transfer me to Dallas and everything will be fine. So I was just like, it's time to move. That's what I want to do, because commuting, as you can tell from my other videos, is not for me. Well, this video is getting a little bit long, so I'm gonna try to speed it up. Anyways, where was I at? So it was now February turned into March. Yeah, it was March of this year. And my lease was up in June where I was staying at in Atlanta. And I was just like, okay, either I renew my lease or I move at this point. Like, it's one or the other. So I was just like, okay, we're gonna do this, we're gonna move. So from that point, I would, on my days off, there were 2 separate times that I was off, and I would go to Texas and just look at apartments, which that can be a whole nother video of my transition from Atlanta to Dallas. I can just make another video because I don't want this to be long-winded. I hate long-winded videos. Like, girl, get to the point. So my lease was up. Lease was up in June. I decided, okay, I'm just gonna just move. So during that in-between time, I was a little bit nervous, like, oh my God, like, I'm really about to move. Like, are you really about to do this? You can always just, that fear just starts to creep up. Like, no, maybe you should just stay in Atlanta. Like, what's the real issue? Why are you trying to move to Texas? What's in Texas? Like, you just, like, that, like, subconscious mind, like, your subconscious mind just starts telling you, like, you doing too much. And that's what my mind was doing. It was saying, like, you can relax, like, you're really doing too much. That's moving is expensive, which it is expensive, but you know, there's ways to make it economical to your pockets, which we can talk about that in another video. What else was I gonna say? But yeah, it was just time to go. It was really time to go. When I would go and visit Dallas and do apartment hunting, like, when I tell y'all, everybody was just so nice. Like, the moment that I stepped off the plane, it was just like a breath of fresh air. I felt good. Everybody was nice. Everybody compliments and, oh my God, you look so pretty. Oh my God, like, you should move to Dallas. You're gonna move here? Yeah, do it. Like, yeah, we can't wait to have you. Like, strangers were saying that. And I'm just like, wow, this is great. Like, apartment tours, they're like, you want a drink? Do I want a drink? Child, I love it here. Yes, a drink. They were giving cookies with the icing and the sprinkles. I was like, oh yeah, y'all got me off the wine and cookies at this point. But it was just like, there were still good signs that I should move. Then so I ended up finding a place, and then I was kind of going back and forth a little bit in my head about it, just kind of like, oh my God, okay, are you about to really sign the lease? Are you about to do this? And my apartment complex in Atlanta, it was like May at this point. Yeah, I believe it was May or end of April. Yeah, end of April. I don't remember which one, y'all. Anyways, I go to the leasing office and I'm like, hey, you know, getting a package. And the people in the leasing office, they're like, yeah, we just want to let you know, like, our last week is next week. And I'm like, what? What do you mean your last week is next week? And they're like, basically their management told them that they're firing all the staff and replacing them with people within the family. And I'm like, and they gave them a 2 weeks notice. And I'm during a pandemic. So I felt really bad for them. They were like, we're gonna be okay, we'll figure it out. But that just left a bad taste in my mouth. I'm like, the people that were working in my apartment complex were awesome. They made sure we were good, they were nice. Like, I have no complaints about the apartment complex. After they fired all those people with a 2 weeks notice during a pandemic, and then they renamed the company, hired all these weird, lame people who don't know how to do their job. At that point, I was like, you know what? This is all the signs I need. That was like the very last sign that let me know it's time to move, because you don't just do that to people. But I don't even want to live in an area where you feel comfortable just firing people at a time like this. Like, that's not cool at all. So that was like the final sign for me that was like, oh girl, sign that new lease today. Sign that lease for Dallas and leave ASAP. So I moved in June, and what is it? It's now July. It is July 30th. So yeah, it's been a little bit over a month and I have no complaints. I feel so much better. I'm happier, oh my God, I'm so much more happier. I just feel at peace. I feel like this is where I need to be, you know, and that's a good feeling to have. So if you are thinking about moving and you need a sign, this is the sign. I'm telling you, you need to move today. You need to move. You need to start looking at apartments in the new place that you want to live, or houses, whatever it may be. It's time to go. It's time to go, because I don't miss Atlanta. I don't miss nothing in Atlanta, honestly. Like, I'm good. I still have to find, like, you know, those places, those hair salons and all that stuff that I would like to go to, but that'll come in due time. So I'm not really worried about that. But I love it in Dallas and I'm feeling good, and I just wanted to share that with you all. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below if you have any questions, comments, concerns. Talk to me. I did want to say thank you guys for checking out, because I do appreciate that. Sometimes I just feel like I'm posting videos and y'all like, girl, we don't care. But it's nice that you guys do care. Yeah, the next video will be back on informative things, not my life. Unless y'all like learning about my life, you know, that's cool too. That's all I got for this video. Probably gonna touch up my makeup a little bit more, because, you know, you start talking, you just get off track. And this is why I don't do my eyebrows in the videos, because, child, my eyebrows be going straight across if I was sitting here talking to y'all the whole time. Anyways, that's all for today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.